Manase, manase, ಬದುಕು ನಿನಗಾಗಿ ಭಾವನೆ ನಿನಗಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೇ ಸುಳ್ಳಾದರೆ ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಅಲ್ಲವೇ ಮನಸ್ಸೇ ಮನಸ್ಸೇ I am blessed to have had a mentor who has mentored my leadership, who has nursed a true leader inside me. And today I would like to take a few minutes to talk about that true leader inside me, with full gratitude towards my mentor for having groomed that personality. And today I would like to share 4 stories nobody in the hall knows. 4 stories of my life connected to Chitrakoota, nobody in the hall knows. 18 years ago, story 1, when there were 15 staff or lesser, there were 2 drivers. And one day evening, I get a call from the security guard that one of the driver has met with an accident and is in the school. So I rush to the school. All he is telling is one word: Chitrakoota, Chitrakoota. He had met with an accident, and when people tried to ask him, who are you, what are you, all he could say was Chitrakoota, Chitrakoota. And they had bought and they had left him there. Took him to a Sharavati hospital nearby. I spent many hours trying to find out. He was not bleeding, but he was not normal. He had an injury in his head, on his head. At late night, I had to put him in the car and take him to Nimhans. There were no support staff who could support. Today, I'm a very big, powerful man. Give a call, there'll be 10 people ready to help. Took him all the way to Nimhans. Nursed him whole night. So the next day morning when the wife came, handed over him to her. It took many weeks for him to stabilize. But yet he was not sharp enough anymore to drive. So he was offered a security job for many more months so that he can be relevant to his family. Because the true leader in you should truly love, should truly care. Story 2, 15 years ago. Some of you were there. It was a staff trip. We were heading to Shivamogga. It was a vehicle of 36-seater TT. There was one person coordinating to find out how many of you are coming for the trip. Because it was not a one-day trip, it was 3 nights trip. So it was a real vacation. So not everybody used to come. Some people used to not come. So there was one person who was supposed to coordinate and write down how many of them are exactly coming. She came back and said, sir, 36 people are coming. I asked her, the vehicle TT comes as 36-seater then. Please be very sure. If it's 35, it's okay. If it becomes 37, one person all the way to Shivamogga will have to go standing. She was very confident and she said it's 36. All of us came, joined. Everybody were having gala time. We started in the evening. It was an overnight travel. I counted and it was 37. Everybody had fun for a couple of hours. It was a time for everybody to settle down. I knew there will be one person who will be sleepless. A true leader in me said, if there is going to be one person who will not have seat, that should be you. That should be me. Nobody knows this story till now. Whole night I sat on the steps of the TT when all my staff, 36 of them, were comfortable all through the night. All through the 6-7 hours of that TT travel, pondering, isn't this the right thing any leader should do? At the tough time, isn't the true leader in you to take the blow? Untold story 3. Time of COVID. A lot of Zoom works happening, a lot of stuff's happening. Thinking that we're almost there, thanks to all the developed countries which continued to show how the COVID wave would be. So I was able to very clearly forecast what is going to be next 15 days, next 1 month, because they were ahead of us, even in COVID. And it looks very gloomy that everybody started cutting the salary. My brother, elder brother, Dr. Ananya, was staying in my house then. Because of COVID, we were staying together. And looking at my frustration, he came and had a one-on-one word with me and said, I am not understanding why are you so paranoid about cutting the salary? That is the norm of the day. Let me tell you something. I am a doctor. I am in the forefront. Doctors are badly needed. Doctors are overworking. Doctors are exhausted. We are having salary cut. You're talking about your teachers? The doctors who are in the forefront are taking huge salary cuts. Well, was not convincing enough. I was hopeful that things going to get better. Unfortunately, on one fine day, it was very clear that it's going to be 1 month of lockdown, and we knew we were passing by the phase where we could collect the fees from the parents. I could very clearly see the road ahead was very, very dark. It dawned on the truth that, all right, this is going to be a task, a mammoth task. When it dawned on to me, I was shell-shocked. Everything was very hazy. I walked out of my room. I didn't know what to do. I just threw my mobile on the sofa, just went out to take a walk. The sound you're hearing, that's all I was able to hear. For a few hours, I was just taking a stroll. After 3-4 hours, I came back home, surprised to see nobody is at home. Like, in COVID, lockdown, where have they gone? So went to make a phone call, took the mobile. There were 56 missed calls in those 3 hours. All from my wife, my brother. Like, what's happening? Is everything okay? And suddenly they rush into the house with a relief. Oh, you're alive. The way you walked out, they were convinced maybe I'm going to commit suicide. I appreciate their concern. I was not made of weak metal anyways. Untold story 4. Second wave of COVID hit, and it very bad. Some of our colleagues were hospitalized. A lot of stuffs were happening, thanks to my brother who was there in the hospital, so trying to arrange beds wherever possible. A lot of things were happening. And it was so clear that if you come out, police would kind of not let you move anywhere, and everybody were hiding inside because every other day, thousands of people were dying. In this gloomy situation, I get a call saying that one of my colleagues lost her husband. I could not stay in the house knowing she's alone. I knew there would be nobody with her. And what am I for if I can't be with her? I remember walking out of the house and my wife had an eye contact with me, trying to say, really, you're going to walk out of the house? You have a 1-year-old daughter. You have me. And you're going to walk out? I just know my colleague is alone. I sat next to her for 2 hours, cursing that I couldn't hug her. Because the true leader in you would always truly love and truly care. They were 4 untold stories to you. Thank you.